Thank you, madam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق الناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم ولا صراطك المستقيم ولا آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم. لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناظر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم ولا آله حق صلى الله تعالى عليه ولا آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما سبحان ربك.
Holy Spirit, Amen. Lord God of all, we ask that you protect us this morning from all evils. Give us the wisdom of Solomon, able to decipher the truth. We ask that you be with us now.
Good morning, Mr. Witness. Into the mic for everybody to hear you. Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Law.
I am Muslim.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony? In which language do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation? By the Holy Quran. You repeat after me. I, the whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
So the honor to hand over the witness to for us to proceed.
You are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Council, can we please proceed?
Yes, thank you very much. And everyone present. Mr. Bajang, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, you called here today to answer a few questions. I believe of the questions we may ask as lawyers or the commissioners as well.
No problem.
Right.
A statement, if possible.
It depends. Correction is a typographical error. You can make it now if it has to do with the substance in your evidence.
Okay,
So,
then I'll make the correction in my
in your
evidence.
evidence.
Then. Yeah, thank you very much.
yes, please tell.
I live in Bakau.
You are a counselor?
Yes, I am a counselor. Yes. And then again in 2023.
And which class of people?
Okay.
Please proceed.
Yes, my constituents is the youth constituents of Kanifi Municipal Council.
The youth.
Yeah. Assessment on the newspaper, which I saw and applied like other. A shortlisting was done. I believe 6 of us were shortlisted. So when the 6 of us were shortlisted, we were interviewed. I remember the interview consisted of administrators and also the KMYC, which is the Kanifi. I do not have the advertisement copy, unfortunately not.
Do you recall which media outlet? Media.
I can't say specifically what's the point.
If you are to be given time.
Will be tough unless maybe I visit if they have any copies, but it will be difficult, but I'll see what I can.
They advertised this
Sure. I believe if I also consult the
As a youth councillor for KMC, but before that,
one. From there, I also proceeded to the China Youth University of Political Studies.
China?
Youth University of Political Studies in 2019 in international relations, with a focus on China-Africa relations. I also am a Mandela Washington Fellow, academy by the International National Democratic Institute, NDI, which is a 2-year program that I did there. Studied history and political science. And I did public management during my Mandela Washington Fellowship.
Okay. What was your major? Giving a statement and an additional statement to the investigators?
Yes, Madam Chair, I
It should be dated the 18th of July 2024. That's 2 pages. And
yes. Yes, these are my statements.
correct. It is dated the 18th of July 2024. The statement, the 10th of October 2024, into evidence as next.
Bojang, and the additional witness statement dated the 10th of October 2024 /KMC/001.
As the commission, please. As a nominated councillor representing the youth, yeah.
My role issues affecting young people and the general population of the Kanifing Municipal Council.
And how do you execute this?
I've also listened to young people to know their issues and see how best we can solve them, even people as a voice at the General Council and also as a member of the Youth and Sports Standing Committee, where we discuss. I believe there are things that need to be done. I also advise young people. I also advise the mayor and the General Council. Also, where young people are in need of support and help, we also provide.
Have you had activity plans for the execution of these?
2023, which is a bit bulky, and I've got another one for 2 years. And, yeah.
Example that you have.
So this is the annual work plan that was developed, which is this is the 2022 annual work, in July 2023. And also, this is the bulky one I'm speaking of, which is about 30, most of the work that we did when it came to, from 2018 to 2023.
But still, 30 pages is a lot. But apparently, the activity plan.
No, I did not submit it to council, but I developed it with the Kanifing Municipal Youth Council. So we.
It is developed with the Kanifing
Municipal Youth Council, KMYC.
The Youth Council.
Yes.
But it is not submitted to. The activity report for Kanifing Municipal Youth Committee from March to July 2023. It is not the original copy?
No, I don't. I just have the soft copy.
Okay. Is this submitted anywhere?
At the youth office, because we are housing the National Youth Council officers at the council, so this is submitted.
The one that
it's more of an activity, not a sort of some of the work we have done, also accompanied by pictorial evidence.
yes, I actually done actual write-up.
Yes.
In relation to, well, let me just have it admitted. Probably you can explain further. Document with the heading Annual Work Plan 2022, introduction. It is not submitted to the municipal council. The second one is also a report. The witness will elaborate more on that. The third one is the activity report for Carnegie Municipal Youth, the General Council, all in evidence.
Mr. Bojang, the activities that have been done.
Which
already.
one? Report activities that have been done already.
But is not anything that you have submitted.
No, the activity reports, because KMYC is not a body of the Carnegie Municipal Council. Representative body of the National Youth Council. So the activity reports are submitted to the National Youth Council by the chair. I am just a co-opted member within the KMYC because I'm the youth representative.
I'm just trying to look at the relevance in relation to your job as a council. Right? And what I will do is to give you this document,
Okay.
if we have to admit it. And this is also the activity of the KMYC.
Yes, because most of the
plan also is for the KMYC.
yes.
So the council work activity
Yeah,
vis-a-vis with youth activities?
Working for young, most of them were elected by the constituents they come from as youth. They are representatives of young people within the municipality. So anything we are doing in council, we do it in conjunction.
Let me just admit this. The annual work plan, the introduction of Kanifing Municipal Youth Committee, the activity report for Kanifing Municipal Youth Committee from March to July 2023, and a consultation.
No, then I think
that you have explained in terms of how.
okay.
So I will admit.
All right.
And an activity as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked KB/KMC/002.
Motion places. May we respectfully have exhibit. Mr. Bojang, can we discuss your annual work plan? This is strictly for KMYC?
It's for the Kanifing Municipal Council.
It's for KMC?
Yes, through developed by KMYC.
What's the activity work plan? For
Yes.
2022?
So the first one on the work plan talks about the mayoral youth, where he will come and visit them, and we just have a sort of a discussion and a tete-a-tete. Unfortunately, we couldn't do a weekend, but we were able to have a day at the Youth Monument in Westfield and had a consultation with them, with the mayor present, and they asked questions pertaining to young people, and he gave them answers, and I was also there to add on to the who is the chairperson of the Kanifing Youth Municipal Council. So we in turn had to change it from a retreat. Well, it is still a retreat. Funding came from, and this funding, we got funding from outside donors. Because in the end, we didn't buy any food, we didn't provide refreshment as well.
So there is no funding from KMC itself?
No.
Not even a Dallas?
This one, no. Myself were in charge of the funds received.
Who is Azor Seka?
She is the chairperson of the Kanifing Youth. That was also an event we had. Because
who funded the event?
I believe this one was funded by the council.
By council?
Yes.
How was it funded, do you know?
And we will call our partners and our supporters, who like businesses within the Kanifing Municipal Council. So they would come up and to fund most of our activities, especially the NACOF. In fact, currently we just raised 1.5 for the upcoming NACOF, which will be hosted in the Kanifing Municipal Council.
The budget we have here is $92,000.
Yes. Kanifing Youth Municipal Council.
Okay.
Yeah. But
did you retire? Any funds?
I will have to check, and also time of NACOF, we were writing a lot of requests to the council, and also the KMYC will write a request. So I will. Yeah.
I'm just saying whether the funds were retired at any point.
Yes, I do believe that they check. It's in the records.
You've been asked to check so that you will not forget.
Okay.
Number 3, you have resource mobilization program. $25,000 was the budget.
Yes.
Did you receive this amount?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
Yes, I'll have to cross-check. So for this one, yeah, we merged it with the mayor's retreat, like I mentioned, and we later on had it as one event because it was just a few hours event. So all we did was we got chairs and we got water, and that was it.
How did you get chairs and water? Have the evidence of donations for the expense.
Difficult to get evidence of donations because most of the time people donate out of pocket.
Yes, but when they donate, it becomes council's funds and KMC.
Which one?
All of these. So what do you have in stakeholders and partners for regional youth and sports, regional youth Bantaba? What do you have there?
I don't understand the question. Can you please repeat the question?
So you have KMYC, KMC as the partners in this particular.
I don't see KMC in.
The first page, if you look at number 3, to stakeholders and partners, you will see KMC and NY.
The implementers of the program are here. So KMC, I represent KMC.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not
under stakeholders and partners, you have KMC and NYC. The donations that are received and how they are spent. I'm just going to stick it by
no problem.
your
Understood.
annual work. You also have the regional youth Bantaba, $250,000 for any of the activities that you're talking about, that the donations you've received.
This activity took place.
Okay, was it funded?
I'm not sure.
Why would you not know? Yes.
Yes, I don't. I'll have to because I don't deal with the financing when it comes to KMYC, so I wouldn't.
Capacity building for councillors on youth issues. You've conducted this activity?
Yes. Most of the communities, and also we had a program in the council itself.
You don't have full allocation?
Huh?
You don't have full allocation?
Even if it was allocated.
No.
Yes.
The youth leadership. Did you conduct this activity?
No, this
Worldwide assessment tour. $20,000 was budgeted. Was this activity? Stakeholders dialogue.
we had this one at the NACOF, so it was.
No donations received?
No.
Strengthen capacity. Is that a no?
Usually, the activities have happened with the Children's National Assembly, but usually the funding it comes from UNICEF most of the time as partners.
Yes. So I'm not sure whether you understand and the revenue of the council. Even for donations, we have to account for it. You understand that? There has to be accountability in relation to these donations. So where they are clarified that they are donations.
Yes, but can I also mention that most of these are also implemented by the partners and not by us?
To these activities, how they were executed and how they were funded.
Yes, Mr. Bojang, we do understand that when you are supported, but the law says that when you part, the funding support you have and how it's expended, they will do their own procurement. But in some cases, when the funds, if there is anything to be retired, this is why we are asking you to provide those evidences. All right?
No problem.
Local Government Finance and Audit Act 2004. Local Government Finance and Audit Act. Read what we have on page 6. It says,
Sorry, Council, can you refer us again?
Accounts of Council. It says on section 4, Revenue and Funds of Council, that the revenue and funds of council includes all sums to the generality of subsection 1. The revenue and funds of council consist of A. Money posted by the council under or pursuant to the provisions of this act. B. Local taxes. C. Money other enactment. D. Monies derived from license, permits, dues, charges, fees, concern, or any service or undertaking belonging to or maintained by a council. F. Rent derived from the and
Continue. I'm just being informed that the electricity they are receiving 10 minutes to allow them to sort out that issue. We will come back after 10-15 minutes. You may rise.
Welcome back, Mr. Witness.
Thank you.
Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and vote before I hand you over to Madam Chair.
No problem. Thank you, sir.
Madam Chair, I hand over the witness for us to proceed.
Mr. Bojang, welcome back.
Thank you.
Council, can you please proceed?
Local Government Finance and Audit Act 2004, and it is in relation to the funds, budget, and part 2, page 6 of the said document. The revenue and funds of council, which you will find in section 4 sub 1. F says rents derived from the letting or leasing of any building or land belonging to a council, revenue. And you have endowments, sums appropriated by the National Assembly, any sums council by any public corporation, returns on investment, and such other sums of monies as may be granted. It is G that is relevant.
Can you please direct me to the page and the section, please?
Yes, on page 7, part 2 says funds, budgets, and accounts of council. You see that on page 6.
Page 6, okay.
Yes, revenue of subsection 1. The revenue and funds of council consider have the list that goes on. So if you turn to page 7, paragraph G, you will see revenue.
Madam Chair, can I go on? Can I speak?
You can answer. You want
These funds were not donated to the KMC as a council, but they were donated to the Kanifing Youth Municipal Council, which is a different body from the local government.
Let me just clarify something. It's a partner to KMC. KMC has become a stakeholder.
Yes, but the funds were not donated to KMC. They were donated to the accounts or the of the KMYC.
Yes.
So it will not relate or it will not transcend into being funds donated to KMC. Because if so, I sit there as a co-opted member because of my position as the Youth Councillor of Kanifing Municipal Council.
Funds is because if you, as these activities are in conjunction with a particular organization, that is the KMY, you understand? You are working in tandem in your purview as a councillor, because you are the one that is creating the nexus and the connection with the KMYC, because you believe that in order not to create the overlap of activities, as a council, it has been provided for by legislation that there must be somebody who is nominated, a councillor, from the youths to be able making sure that those issues are addressed.
Yes.
So it is pursuant to that we are saying, because if you look at what the funding, for instance, there are other organizations that KMC has partnered with. They have given them grants or donations. But it is provided for by law for them to account for it.
To some extent with what you have said.
Yes.
I also disagree to some extent. And this is why we are not answerable to the Kanifing Municipal Council. Presented this activity plan to the General Council. I said no. Because KMYC is an independent body of its own. Given to council.
So, okay, now if I can get you, Mr.
Yes.
Bojang.
Yes.
It's such that basically it is the KMYC that is doing their own activity and you are just participating in KMYC.
No, I for cutting you short.
No, because if we can get,
I wanted to
correct me.
Yes.
Us that has nothing to do with KMC. You understand? Therefore, when it comes to financing and connection with KMC, but when it comes to the finances, it doesn't have anything to do with KMC.
Okay.
That bit we want you to say their activities have connection or relation to KMC from its funding.
Okay,
Because
so
the activities that is derived from funding in which you may make plans.
NYC, like I mentioned, is the representative body of the. I am a councillor who is nominated youth councillor of KMC, which is the local government council. National Youth Council also, through an act of parliament, has a mandate to represent and to also be there for the interests of young people within the municipality. So I believe personally, on a policy level, that if, for example,
What institution has set up this
the National Youth Council,
the National Youth
yeah,
So it's under the Ministry of
youth and sport, exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes. Okay. You can.
Yes. So Gambia's context, we have laws that are overlapping or that are even contradictory. Because I do believe that naturally, the youth councillor, for example, of KMC should, by law, be the youth chairperson of the KMYC. But, yeah.
Wait. That is your responsibility.
No, it's not my responsibility.
The process of making sure that, you understand, there is harmonization. These are things that you will bring up to council. For council, then the laws to make sure that there is harmonization to allow for proper execution.
That is in the witness of the KMYC itself and the mayor himself and a lot of partners. I have mentioned that there are a lot of laws that are there that are contradictory. And as a councillor, I have made mention of this, but it is not my responsibility. I don't have the resources to do it because it's very expensive to do that. I would believe, for example, central government is advantage or one progress that has happened was that during our own nomination as youth councillors, even during the our interview, you had the chairperson of the KM. But going forward, I do believe that generally, and it's not just local government, but general laws in the Gambia need to be looked into. Because we have a lot of people who are doing the same job, for example. Because I am there, yes.
Issues, but I believe that the issue of limiting your perception to the ability to make a change, not being able to do so much, I believe that it's not something that I will take, because I believe, because you will come back when we finish with you, you will come back, and I believe to let you understand that the limiting factor that you have put across the initiative of trying to make sure that what you and to have a say is important for you outside of the box. There is a ministry that has you understand? What will prevent you from making representation?
I have engaged members from the ministry.
It's just not discussing. It's about presenting this thing to
But
them.
yes,
that
but
you have tomorrow evidence to say these are the steps I have taken. But we will come.
Can I?
Yes, just back to what we were discussing. The document is only relevant if the witness wants it to be relevant. For us as lawyers, it will be proud as a councillor nominated for or to represent the youths. You provided the action work plan 2022 among other documents. So work as a councillor nominated for the youth in representing the youth in KMC.
The work plan is relevant because
You're nominated, your role as a nominated councillor for So if you want us to discuss it in relation to KMC, then it becomes relevant. Okay.
Yes.
Then we discuss it. So the partner, you have listed KMC as a partner. The funds that are received by way of donation, you have two partners, KMYC. Those details we have requested, and we're only interested in the part that KMC partner in this development. Do you understand? Report where you have the consultation was organized for youth. With Think Young Women, women's led organizations, also relevant in your work as
for this one. Members that or people that would take part in the consultation.
You Think Young Women, so it has nothing to do with KMC.
No.
Okay, Madam Chair, the witness has said that a report relevant to the activity report for Cardiff Municipal Youth 3 with the date.
Sorry, Council, sorry to cut you off. But the that report also has other activities that I took part in.
Yes.
The one you've mentioned does not negate or does not dismiss the other activities that are. For example, I cannot say them off it, but the pictures are there too. Yeah.
Can I give you the report
Sure, no
so you can guide us?
No problem. So, for example, in the second one, registered political parties in the country. This was in collaboration with the Independent Electoral Commission. A program that we had, where we also,
Who had the program?
The youths of KMC. So the letter came.
Which the KMYC.
So we wrote to the political parties, different political parties, to bring in members.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. When you were nominated in 2018,
Yes.
do you have an activity plan of your own? Now that you are councillor, you are representing the youth, do you have an activity plan of your own that you have developed? Cardiff Municipal Council?
I don't work as a single individual. I work because I don't have a ward development committee, for example, that I am supposed to work with.
Have you presented any work plan to council in relation to the work that you are nominated for?
Because I was during general council, so I did speak to councillors and I took the floor to mention some of the activities that we wanted to do that needed to be upgraded, community centers that needed to be upgraded, because when I took office, I had done a tour with members of Masabali, who was the officer at the time. So we did a tour around the municipality and things or places we need to, have an intervention in. And I did present.
Presented to council any document that would probably suggest that this was your argument in council. You would have had some work plan per se or activity plan as a nomination.
Not personal, it was in consultation with the KMYC, but I did present in 2018.
No, I mean, not.
I have in my capacity, but in consultation with the KMYC.
Do you have that? You have that every year?
Not every year, but when we are coming into, yes, I think it's every 2 years we draw a plan. It's not submitting to council relevant positions of the plan that I believe.
So we are the work that you are doing directly in council.
Yeah.
So we are interested in you sitting problems that you want to tackle as a nominated councillor.
Yeah, but council.
And then, hear me out. And then to the plans. If it exists, the answer is yes, and we will request for this. The comes in. I have not done that, but I have done X, Y, and Z.
I have submitted plans like a single individual and come up with a plan.
Yes.
The plans that I've submitted or worked on are with the committee.
By yourself and develop a plan. That is something that's.
For a team player like myself, I would rather work with them.
No, you are nominated alone in council. Your nomination was not in relation to being the 3 or 4 or 5 of in your capacity as an expert perhaps, or someone who's knowledgeable in a given area. You represent the youth.
Having challenges.
So, please excuse us for.
No problem.
All right. Saying that it is a possibility. It's something that can be done. Do you dispute the fact that it can be done individually?
I don't agree because, like I mentioned earlier, different constituencies. So if I want a representation to be effective, and if I want to know what is happening in facing, the right thing to do, in my opinion, which I profess here, is that I need to consult members of the KMYC and problems that are being faced by young people in their constituencies. So this is why I cannot act alone, because I about 19 wards, 7 constituencies, and you're talking about over 300,000 young people. So these 300 members of this committee and are elected. So I decide these people because I believe that they have been sent to represent those young people in the
Why you can't have a work plan of your own?
I have a work plan in consultation with KMYC.
We can't have it both ways. My position, I am willing to go by yours.
Okay.
If you position, I'm willing to do that.
No problem.
So the idea is we can't have it 2 ways.
Yes.
For the year, that is achievable. It's either you can do that or you cannot do that by yourself. So that is an issue. So you have to tell us whether
I have a work plan.
you have a work plan. This work plan was developed by KMYC,
which I'm a member of.
not submit this to KMC. You did not make these arguments to KMC.
I have. Budget sessions, the council knows that we have to make an allocation.
There are vouchers that we see, discussed in your statement, request for, and monies were allocated for certain projects.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yeah. In the other report that I submitted, which has photo evidence.
Photo evidence.
Yes.
But it doesn't have. It's not. You didn't submit this to council. So let's just start with the first voucher. For instance, voucher number to us.
Should I read it out?
Yes, the voucher number.
-1620.
What was the payment for?
It was for, I did it in consultation with the then disabled councillor, Bokar Bahum, so that we could donate face masks to St. John's School for the Deaf. Because
go ahead.
I believe they're called Fandema or something, and then they have they are transparent. Considering that a lot of time, especially during COVID, most of the disabled or hard of, so we came up with this innovative idea to have a sort of a glass or plastic face.
Who was payment made to?
Payment was made to me.
Directly?
Yes, in a check.
In a check form?
Yes. We are given to Babukar Bahum, I believe, and also the school's acknowledgement letter was also given to Babukar Bahum.
Was written in your name?
Yes.
Done by someone else?
Well, and he got the acknowledgement letter from the school because representative, and also he got the receipt, I believe.
No, but you, because the check is in your name.
Okay.
You understand? So,
Reach out to the former councillor and see if he has it still.
if he has it. Let me show you another one. Please hand. Let me just give you all these vouchers. Through the vouchers. If you identified these vouchers as monies paid to you, tell us. You can look at the request as well they were raised. Then we can have it admitted. Vouchers.
Yes, but this one wasn't signed, so I cannot say how.
Which one is that? Can you please put it?
The number doesn't have my signature.
Let me have the rest. This one you requested the voucher number 0985. You requested
Yes.
for goalpost and net.
But-
and you signed the request.
Yes, I signed the
Did you
request.
receive the money?
I did receive the money, but the voucher wasn't signed by me.
Yeah, so the most important thing is we are concerned about
Yes.
yeah, so that is the most important thing. Now, we apply to tender the following voucher by the witness. We have the first one, PV 2016. It's a $15,000 payment made as a result of a Kemo Boja. Second is dated the 12th of April 2021. A request for support, which is dated the 8th of April 2021. As Kemo Boja. We have 11194. The date is 27th of May. $10,000 in support to poverty eradication youth. $2018. The date is 28th of December 2020. 26,000.
So that you sort out the light issue.